So I recently bought some insanely cool custom Bionicle masks. These are so well made and so pretty. But what am I gonna do with them? Well, join me as I brainstorm ideas for how I can use them. Let's see how these cool custom masks can be used on other custom creations. Seeing that might give me, and you, some inspiration. And don't worry, I'll share how you can get these masks yourself. Let's dive in. The first collection of masks I bought was from the amazing Zantyro Custom Wares. He sells all kinds of cool resin cast pieces, bootleg items, and tons of cool stuff. These products are really affordable, they're quite well made, they're just the best. So I want to start off with this bad boy. It's Witch Doctor's mask, but instead of being white, it's a lovely trans dark blue. Although the element almost borders on being trans purple. If you look closely, you can even see little bits of glitter inside the mask. Gosh, this is beautiful. So I've always loved Witch Doctor's face. Yeah, that skull aesthetic. It's just so cool. But what kind of ways could this be used? Well, when I first saw it for sale, I immediately thought of this mock by Bionicle MOCS. It's actually meant to be a revamp of Witch Doctor himself. And yeah, it's including these trans green pieces coming out of the body. To me, it almost looks like green ethereal flame that has reanimated this dead corpse and turned it into a skeletal creature. You know, wouldn't this look dope in trans blue or trans purple? And having the mask be the same color as those ethereal flames? Yeah, that might be pretty cool. Something else that's pretty cool is this trans green Antros mask. This is the same Antros mask that he wears in the Jetrax T6. It is a bit of a departure from his original mask, but still, it looks great. Now, okay, when I put this on Antros, it doesn't look as good, kind of looks a bit out of place, but I'm not planning on putting it on Antros. Oh, unless I made like a green version of Antros. Maybe. But I really like the idea of using it for a poison character, someone with toxic powers, because the colors of this mask, they really fit that. I mean, look at it up close. These marbled, different shades of green. It looks like poison is coursing through its very veins. Wow. So hey, I found this mock by Patron. Now the trans green highlights on this, they do look very toxic. So replacing this mask with my one, yeah, that could look very nice. So actually, this mask and the next two that I'm going to show you, Zantyro sent me these for free, which is very kind of him, thank you. Now these were free because they're actually defects. He didn't actually want to sell these online because he's got very high quality and standards. He always makes sure that his pieces are the best quality that they can be. But for real, like, I can barely see the defects on these masks. They're still pretty solid, they're still well made, they still feel pretty much like real parts. Yeah, okay, if you look really close, you can see a few things like this, but still, it's pretty good. It just goes to show that if this is the defect, the legit ones, well, they're really good. So, okay, yeah, you've now seen the two Strack masks that I bought. Why did I get these? Because, dude, Strack's mask is probably my favorite Bionicle mask of all time. I love it. And I especially love the official LEGO prototype of these masks. Look at them in these colors, oh my god. These are very rare, very expensive, very hard to find official pieces. Well, official prototypes. One day I hope I can own just one of these masks, they're so cool. But in the meantime, these custom ones, they fill that void. They're close enough. Plus, I did have a few ideas for how these could be used. I like that with these colors, the ice motif that is, you know, seen on Strack, well, it stops looking like ice. Now it looks like crystals. So can you imagine a revamp of Strack that is not an ice character, but some sort of crystal king? There's a revamp here by My Snail Eats Pizza. Yeah, just imagine this with a color swap and more of a crystalline aesthetic. Bro, that would look sick. I might have to give something like that a go. The only issue is that I'd need these pieces in different colors, and that's not exactly something I can do. Unless I order some, I suppose. So okay, it would require more purchases, more resin cast pieces, but that's not the end of the world, I could do that. But if I wanted to go a more purist route, I could do something like what Roses Must Build has done here. build some of these epic system crystals with Lego bricks. That's possible, and that would look pretty good with these masks. Yeah, that's some good ideas. Interesting. So okay, that's it for stuff that I bought from Zantyro. Like I said, Zantyro makes the best masks. The colors, the quality, oh my. And thanks for the freebies, what a kind thing to do. But the next collection of masks I bought was from a different place. This is by the awesome Beru Mox. Beru has, all sorts of stuff, from 3D printed masks, to resin cast masks, to injection molding. Whoa, and look at this, it's phenomenal. But what did I pick up? Well, I'll begin with this Voriki mask. It sure is pretty. I actually use this alongside other pieces that I picked up from Beru Mox. And all of that was to create the wonderful, legendary Voriki. I've done a whole separate video on Voriki, so go and check that out if you want to see even more about these parts. But I wanted to shout that out. This was a custom thing that I got off of him, and he fulfilled all of my wants and needs. This is so sick. But what else did I buy from Beru Mox, and what else did he give me for free? Again, what is it with everyone giving me free stuff? Thank you, thank you so much. Take a look at this trans clear Vakama mask. I don't know what it is about transparent Lego pieces, especially transparent masks, but man, look at how cool it looks. Maybe it's because I grew up in the age of transparent technology. Maybe this just feels very nostalgic. But I don't know, I love this because I love Vakama's mask. It's so cool. And actually, it's the mask of concealment. It gives the user the power to turn invisible. So this is kind of fitting, isn't it? Yo, could you imagine if I took some notes from Sky Jago 2022 and I made a totally invisible Vakama? Again, that would require a few custom pieces to really be able to pull that off. But I'm on my way with this mask. Alternatively, I could just use the transparent pieces as a part of a larger color scheme. That's what Dr. Bionicle did right here. It looks great next to the white. This is just sick. Just swap out that expensive mask with this one. I think it would look pretty sick. The other transparent mask I got is not trans clear, it's trans kind of light blue. And this is Pterodax's mask. Specifically, it's the movie edition Krakan. Oh, it looks so cool. It's almost like the mask is glowing with power. I think it's quite sweet. And actually, I found a mock that uses this exact mask. It's made by Lux Constructs. Well, okay, it's a slight variant. This mask appears to have some white marbled through it. But yeah, it's being placed kind of backwards, and now it becomes a bit of a helmet. A helmet that's part of a larger head. I think that's a great way to do it. And then you mix it up with a few other trans blue pieces, like these ones that come on Tacodocs. And actually some of these other pieces, they're also custom parts. Where do these come from? Well, these come from someone known as Construction Diva. Yeah, they've done a few runs of these like resin cast pieces. I missed out on these, but dude, they look sensational. They look like real pieces. Actually, here's a mock by Nuvok Mox that uses some of those parts. Look at it, a blue Carapar. Fantastic. I hope I can get a hold of some of these parts someday. It would be pretty cool to get these and combine them with this mask. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I bought these trans blue large Invasion from Below spikes. These came from Zantyro, I almost forgot. You know what? I think these would pair so well with this mask and some of these other pieces. Although they do look pretty sweet on Jawbeast. It's almost like he's got some magically enhanced blades. They're powered up, something like that. It looks nice. But going back to Beru Mox, this is the next mask that I bought. It's a black and a gold mask of ultimate power. So if you're not familiar with this, this was a sort of pseudo-official mask. It's the one that is worn by Makuta on the Netflix show Bionicle Journey to One. I wish that they had somehow made this an official part, but they didn't. But hey, in the meantime, we got stuff like this, and Beru Mox just nailed it. The quality is insane. The ornate carvings, the runes, the designs, the details. Yo! You know, I could possibly use this if I wanted to make a G2 Makuta, or why not take some notes from Fritz Mox? This evil-looking four-armed character looks so much cooler wearing this mask. I feel like no matter what you put this mask on, it instantly gets 1,000 times better. And this paint job, making it look corrupted, infected, or like, I don't know, rusted. That's insane. I highly recommend this mask. It's just so sick. So there you go. That's all the masks that I picked up from these two very talented people. I'll be sure to include some links in the description below. There you can pick up some of your own masks, pieces, whatever you want. And be sure to check out their social media as well. That way you can stay up to date when new masks drop on their websites. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching everyone, happy building, and bye for now. Look man, the last time I went to America and I tried for the first time Chick-fil-A, it's not good. Why do people like it? It tastes like nothing.